Continuing and finishing the shiplap wall, I went through and filled all of the nail holes with some spackle, and then also caulked all of the edges, so along the skirt board and then also up along the ceiling line. Makes it for a nice clean edge, and then the type of caulking I was using shouldn't crack or cause any problems. Then I started to paint, starting with my signature heart on out each of the walls. I used a color called Icicle, which is the same as all of our other hallway walls. It's a super, super light blue. Almost looks like white until you put it right next to a white. I really like it because it's just brightens up the space a little bit, but it's so clean and looks really nice. After finishing up the painting and getting all the edges with the paintbrush, then I could start hanging up our coat rack, which is a custom one made by my father-in-law, and a mirror as well. So I made sure to center it at the height that I wanted it to be at and marked it with a pencil. Then I used my stud finder to find each of those studs to get a really secure screw hold and use tape to transfer those measurements across. So once I had those on, then I could put them onto the back of my board and start to install the keyhole brackets. I pre-drilled for the top hole and secured it on, and then came back through and pre-drilled for the bottom hole once I was sure that it was lined up how I wanted it to. After doing this step, I could secure it onto the wall and move on to also doing the mirror. For the mirror, I followed a lot of the same steps, used tape to identify how far apart the keyholes were, and then put that onto the wall, making sure that it was the correct height and centered where I wanted it to be. And then I was able to do a little bit of touch-up painting real quick before I put up the mirror, set it on, and pull it down to secure it. All done!